Hi everypony. So not all that long ago, I made a video in which I discussed the Princess of the Moon, Princess Luna. Well, my principal, mentor, and monarch, Princess Celestia, did not like my sign-off nor my informal tone. She insisted I do a video in regards to her character as the show has portrayed her. So, against my better judgment, I will now be analyzing, Princess of the Sun, Celestia. Before I get into her character as a whole and what I think of it, I want to first talk about my personal impression of her as I watched each of the seasons for the first time. In Season 1, Princess Celestia seemed to be portrayed as a legendary figure, as close to a god as the show has ever gone to suggest. Princess Luna's existence hurts her appearance as a solo, all-powerful god, but during the season she seemed to disappear and be of minor consequence with the passive and neutral stance Princess Celestia seemed to take after her purification. Her joking side and her carefreeness are shown in episodes like Bird in the Hoof and The Grand Galloping Gala. All her little appearances helped her seem omnipotent because it seemed a lot like she had more time on her hooves than she knew what to do with. Let's not forget when she literally dropped in at the end of Feeling Pinky Keen. Season 2 starts with Discord's arrival, which made me think things would be like having a devil character around. But that's not what happened. Before now, the elements seemed powerful, but Luna also seemed like the weaker sister, only stronger than Celestia because of an outside force, hence the reason why Celestia needed the elements. Now the elements are proved to be far more powerful than Celestia and Luna combined though, and Discord is proven to be the same way. Mixed with only 4 appearances outside of the 2 pars throughout Season 2, and those all took place in Canterlot except when intervention was needed in Lesson 0, all made me feel like she was either a demigod or simply a super powerful ruler with a limitless lifespan. The latter won out after the Season 2 finale, where Chrysalis actually managed to bring her down. As Season 3 went by, we saw her twice outside the big events. Okay, so I got a strange vibe from the princess in Season 3, and that was as an actual teacher and or mentor to Twilight, because Twilight had 3 episodes where she was performing a royal task for Celestia, I mean Princess Celestia, and both the beginning 2-parter and the MMC revolved around testing Twilight. It actually made me start viewing her in a much gentler light. When I examine her character as a whole, taking into account all 3 seasons rather than listen to the dark voices that tell me the writers decided to change her role after Season 1, I actually really like how she was done. She had a lot of appearances and influence in the first season, and still acted as a major influence to her growing student. She stepped away in Season 2, having seen that her friends were ready to guide Twilight instead. In Season 3, she began testing Twilight and giving her chances to practice skills she would need post-MMC. The idea that she was constantly watching her is mildly upsetting, but not as much as Cadence and her relationship with her. The Crystal Heart spell certainly makes it seem like Celestia knew next to nothing about Cadence when she ascended. In the Canterlot wedding, she appears to not be close enough to Cadence to even realize how strange her behavior is. As bad of an idea as this may be to say, it seems like she doesn't realize a lot of things as the show goes on, and that she's always forced to play defense against the crises that come up because she has neglected to take proper measures against it. She didn't realize Twilight would have a breakdown if nothing happened in a week, which led to Lesson 0. She wasn't prepared for anything going wrong at the Young Flyers competition, so almost lost 3 of her best flyers. She didn't realize Discord was close to breaking free, which resulted in having nothing prepared for his release. She didn't notice Cadence's strange behavior and lost to Chrysalis. And lastly, she had no idea the Crystal Empire was returning based on her surprise when she was informed by the guards. Others might make the argument she did that on purpose to test Twilight, but that repulses me because then she really is a horrible dictator, as others say. It seems more like she used her vast experience to manipulate each crisis to best prepare Twilight for the ascension she had planned for her. My final view on who might deserve to rule after this thorough analysis? I think I'd rather defect to the Crystal Empire rather than answer that particular question. Well, this is Lionspace saying, I have a new assignment. Optional assignment for early graduation. Titled The Grand Magic Theory? Now what could this be about?